So Adesanya's back with some delusion. He reckons that he created Pereira. He created the monster. It's all thanks to Israel Adesanya that Pereira is the monster that he is today. Apparently so. It's crazy. We're gonna look over what he said. All right, then what he actually said back in the day, and then him actually in a bar talk about how he beat that guy one time. All right, it's just funny. Listen to what Pereira. Listen to what Adesanya says here. It's funny. It's kind of cope from Adesanya. It's cope. He's trying to twist the narrative. But yeah, let's listen to what he says first.
Magic, do you regret calling Alex Pereira that guy in a bar? If you could go back, would you say it again?
I don't regret it, no, because I was right. And also I don't because it motivated him. It's, again, I love this fucking story, eh? It's just the best. Like, he's actually at a bar drinking and there's like, Shama, boom, decides to become, MMA fighter, or he was already an MMA fighter, but decides to like take it seriously and get to the UFC and fight me, chase me. But again, like I said, he chased me. I didn't do that. But I don't regret it, no. I am glad I did because it motivated him, and look what we've created. I created a monster.
Magic.
Right. So first thing, right? You weren't right. You weren't right in what you said because what you actually said was, in fact, let's listen. All right. I'll make sure that it fits on here for a sec. Let's listen to what you actually said, yeah, and we'll see if you're right. Okay.
At the end of the day, no one knows who the he is, and he's gonna be that guy when I'm world champion, when I'm a legend. He's gonna be at some pub, talking some shit about I beat that guy one time, trying to get a dick sucked from a crack whore or some shit.
So what you actually said was, right, when I'm on top, when I'm world champion, he's gonna be at some bar going, oh, I beat that guy one time. Well, look what happened, Adesanya. Now, I'm not like gloating on. I'm not gloating on your downfall, but let's not try and twist the narrative here. All right, your narrative was right that you're going to be on top of the world, and he's going to be retired in some bar after failing, saying I beat Adesanya once, guys. I beat him one time. Like that wasn't. That's what you said. You weren't saying that. He's currently in a bar now, talking about how he beat me, how he beat me one time, and then that motivated him to get clean off the booze and then come to the UFC. That's not what you were saying. You were saying that he's gonna come, right? Or come to UFC, whatever. You said what you said was when all said and done, he's gonna be in a bar, saying that he beat you one time. Not that he's in a bar now, and that motivated him to get straight and get to the UFC. Didn't happen, number one, right? You were saying that he's not going to make it, pretty much. And that you'd be a legend. You'd be like you are a legend, all right? But you just got knocked out in your last fight, You're 0-3 in your last 3. Pereira's on a fucking win streak, bro. Ally heavyweight, he's the champion. He's going to go down as one of the greats, and so are you. But then we look at this, right? And it's like, who's really the guy? In a bar. Talking about, I beat that guy one time. Well, that was you, bro. So, no, you weren't right. You got it all wrong. It's flipped. You're in the bar, whilst he's on top of the world. He's champion, and you're not champion. Well, I know this was back when he was a champion, but it's flipped. Yeah? You're talking about how you beat him one time in a bar. So you weren't right. You were wrong. You were wrong. And let's not take credit for Alex Pereira's success. Like you saying that motivated him to become a world champion. Nah, bro. Obviously, he's going to come to the UFC. If you are doing MMA, you're going to work towards the UFC. All right? He wasn't thinking, I'm going to switch to MMA purely just to chase Adesanya down, the guy I've beaten twice. Why would he need to do that? Switching to MMA because you can get more eyes, there's more people watching it, all right? You can make more money, have more success, if you do well, Obviously, UFC is the end goal, and you just happen to be there too. He's not like hunting you down. Don't flatter yourself, bro. Come on. It just so happened that you fight in the same weight class, and you're in the same organization. He's not trying to hunt you down, bro. Let's not be silly. Let's not be silly now. But let's listen to some more of it.
I didn't know because I was right. And also I don't because it motivated him. It's, again, I love this fucking story, eh? It's just the best. Like,
it's just the best story how he beat me 3 times out of 4 fights. I just love it. You don't love it. You don't. You're coping. I know they've squashed the beef and all that stuff, but you don't love this story, bro. You would have loved it if he tried to chase you down and you knocked him out twice and said, "Nah, bro, get fucked." That's what you'd love. You don't love it. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to us, all right? Because we're not stupid.
he's actually at a bar drinking and it's like, Sharma, boom, decides to become, MMA fighter. Or he was already an MMA fighter, but decides to like take it seriously and get to the UFC and fight me, chase me.
He didn't do that because he did not get motivated from you saying he's going to be a guy in the bar that one time. No, he did it. He was already competing, bro. What are you talking about? It's crazy.
But again, like I said, he chased me. I didn't do that. But I don't regret it, no. I am glad I did because it motivated him. And look what we've created.
Look what we've created. Oh, this dude's delusional, bro. He has got like severe main character syndrome. He really thinks he's the guy to thank. He's the guy that we need to give credit to for Pereira's success in the UFC. That is unbelievable cope. The ego's out of this world. You do regret saying it because you look a fool because you said that shit, right, in 2018, and then look what happened. You do regret it. You weren't right. You were wrong. Your quote was that you're going to be on top of the world, champion, and he's going to be at some bar at the end of it saying, I beat him one time. You weren't right. You were wrong. Let's stop the cope, all right? Stop the cope and just admit, I was wrong, guys. I was wrong. I beat him one time. I ended up in the bar talking about how I beat him, and Pereira proved me wrong. But no. He needs to be the main character of the story. Of course, as always. And you can't just be like, you know what, guys, I was fucking wrong, wasn't I? Pereira's fucking good, isn't he? Oh, yeah. Oh, I know they squashed the beef, but I just saw this and it's like, dude, just come on. Just delusion. Delusion, anyway. I don't know what you guys think. It's just funny, innit? It's just funny. And, big up to Adesanya. He has had a great career, and he is a legend. He's not wrong when he said that he'd be a legend. But he was wrong when he said he'd be a legend and still champion. And then Pereira would be in the bar whilst that was happening. Talking about, I beat him one time. He beat you 3 times. You could say 2 times if you would think the first fight was a robbery. Fair enough. But, it is what it is. Like, subscribe. Links down below. Till next time. I'll see you in a bit.